Hey guys, Daniel here with Team Yukiholics, bringing you round 4 at Cardfinity. On the left we have Francisco, and on the right we have Ramses. Now, I don't know which deck Francisco's running here, but we can see here Ramses is running Vayu. Starting off with an Allure, banishing the Sirocco. Francisco starting with a Foolish Burial into a Dandy, so some type of plant deck, I'm assuming. Tributes for the Titanio, Sanguine Effect. Such as a Diva? Interesting. Diva plants. Ramses normal summons the Vayu. Francisco runs into a Mirror Force. Francisco thinking about his plays, just sets one and passes. Do you see an MST on Ramses' side? Yep, he goes for it. Gets a Torrential, which is pretty good. And we have first damage. Now I think I saw Gores on Francisco's side, I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. It looks like he does drop it now. Ramses tries the bottomless, you can't do that under the damage step. Does go for the Tribute Kayas, banishing the Gores and taking 1,000 on Francisco's side. Francisco with the Heavy Storm getting double bottomless. Now that the field is clear back row, he goes for the DC Diva into the Gilman. Goes for the Brain Control here, taking the Kayas. Now you can use this Kayas as synchro material. Decides to go into battle phase first. Now I do see Ramses with the Gores here. Is Francisco gonna attack with the Kayas? He does, and Ramses drops the Gores. Now converting this Kayas with the Diva, he's going to go into a, I'm assuming, or it looks like a Dark End. Yeah, not bad of a play. The only problem here is that that token is 24, so it's going to get over the Gores. Let's hope that back row for Francisco can defend here. Ramses' Vayu effects. And that's one of the problems with Dark End, just gets ran over now. Oh, but Francisco does have a Kayas of his own. Banishes the 2400 token and attacks over the Arm Wing, which which does clear the field. Pretty good play there. Now that back row has been sitting there. Oh, Ramses with the dad. Targets the monster, targets the back row, which is a bluff, and attacks for game. Now we have game 2 here. Francisco started off here. Looks like we have a future fusion. And a tree board? So is this Diva hero plants? Interesting. Does set a card and pass. And Ramses responds with a set only. Flips the card trooper effect. Attacks into the hamster, which is pretty good there. Does clear the hamster. Ramses flips the Raiko, destroys the feature fusion, goes for Tribute Caius, and attacks for 24. But with that Raiko or that feature fusion gone, Francisco does have an option to special summon Treeborn, which he does utilize by normal summoning or tribute summoning the Caius, but gets met with the Bottomless. And here we have Quickdraw. So Diva hero Quickdraw plants. A nice mesh of 3 decks, 3 decks. And says MST's another torrential. That's 2 games in a row. We have 5 monsters in grave already, so we're going to Pot of Avarice. And I think I saw 2 DD Crows on Francisco's side. So if Ramses does end up getting Vayus in the grave, they're not going to be as useful. There's a draw 2. Tributes for Caius. Francisco with the Lone Fire. Now we come out the Big Queen, Titania herself. Deep Prison gone. I don't think we saw Mirror Force yet, so that's still in play. But Ramses does have an answer with the Lightning Vortex. Ramses normal summons a card trooper. Here comes the Mills. There's 1 Vayu. No Sora goes in grave, I believe. See a Debris Dragon on Francisco's side. So there's some place here. No Dandy in grave, however. Francisco does go for the Foolish here. We'll be pitching that Dandy and getting his 2 tokens. Now if he normals Debris, gets the Dandy again, what does he go after that? That's 1/1/1. Go for a 7. I don't know about Black Rosine. Goes for the Iron Chain, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to have Vayu Mill I see his play. So he does take care of the Sirocco, and then DD Crows the last Vayu. But leaving this card trooper on the field does give more options for Ramses to mill the Vayu. Ramses just puts card trooper to defense, passes. Francisco runs into the second Vayu, but does have that second DD Crow. However, Ramses does mill the third Vayu there with Card Trooper, so he does end up using it. That's one of the things about Vayu. It's just so consistent with the mills. And he has Gale. We can see Francisco visibly upset. Yeah, Vayu is just crazy. That's one of the things with Francisco, leaving that card trooper up for that long. I think it resolved its effect 3, maybe 4 times. You just can't be doing that. So Ramses does end up attacking the Iron Chain and does steal it, but doesn't decide to keep attacking. Here, Ramses is turned into a wall, Treeborn, and a Dandy. Francisco does normal summon the, or tribute summon the Gores, getting the 2 tokens. Does he have an answer for this Goyo? And he does. He composes the Goyo away. Iron Chain into the token. But luckily this Gores is able to clear the field. Now Ramses activates Rhoda, gets a Greffer, but I think he decides to scoop here. Yep. He was under 1,000 already, and so we have game 3. Now just like how I'm a Black Moon hater, I'm sort of a Vayu hater. Not as much, so I'm definitely rooting for Francisco. Diva Hero Quickdraw Plants is an interesting deck. So here Ramses already has his Vayu set up in grave, attacks into the Sangan, and we get a quick draw. Okay. Ramses does tribute summon the Caius, gets met by a Torrential.
Oh, he just did it! You said it, he stormed her.
And no Starlight or Solemn. So Francisco does get the Heavy Storm there for 3. So Francisco here ends up using his quick draw in order to get your Drill Warrior out. Gets a nice attack in, no Gores. His effect pitches a Wing Blast. Sets 1 passes. Ramses normal summons the Sirocco, attacks. And in standby, Ramses activates the Royal Oppression, stopping the Drill Warrior. That hurts. Drawing Royal Oppression that early against plants, it's tough. And he already used the heavy, so he either has to draw into an out as he did discard the Wind Blast already. But here we have Ramses going off, normal summoning that Armageddon, sending that Sirocco, which makes Vayu live. He does go for the Vayu play here. And Royal Oppression does not negate that Vayu. We do see a Brain Control and a Foolish, it looks like, on Francisco's side, which he does end up using, taking the Arm Wing, attacks over the Sirocco. But it looks like that's it. I think I saw a Lone Fire as well on Francisco's side. So Lone Fire, Foolish, not the greatest hand. Decides to set both. And so it looks like both back rows might be bluffs here on Francisco's side, which is unfortunate. The Royal Oppression is doing work. We have Ramses Tribute Slimming Caius, getting that Lone Fire out of the way. Armwing gets compulsed. Caius gets compulsed but gets deck devied. Francisco Foolishes, try to stay alive. Ramses normal summon, and that's game.